From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Weekly.
Hello and welcome to Troy TrojanVision Weekly. We're glad you joined us for this look at what's happening in and around Troy University. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Well, there's now an unobstructed view between the Trojan Center and Trojan Arena. What was once a ravine filled with trees is now being prepared for Troy University's newest parking lot. Lauren Harkson has the details.
If there is one request the Troy University student body asks for the most, it might be more parking. Well, the dream has become a reality because Troy is now adding a new lot between the Trojan Arena and Trojan Center parking lots.
It'll remove an eyesore, it'll create a badly needed parking area. It'll give us so much flexibility in other areas such as athletics and accommodating visitors to campus. But I think our students should be pleased that we'll have parking within proximity of all the central facilities of the university.
Hawkins says adding the new rec center encouraged the university to move forward in adding parking.
When we reduced the size of the parking lot next to Sartain in order to build a new rec center, then we need to have parking that's available somewhere else.
Because of the lack of parking for events, the new addition sits at the most convenient area.
Think about all the athletic events and commencement and all the other things that where we really desperately need parking. It's the perfect place.
Hawkins says after the use of $3.5 million and 17,000 dump truck loads to fill in this very ravine, we will have more convenient parking for the growth of the Troy campus.
Particularly when you think about our goal is to grow this campus from around 8,000 where we are today to 10,000 students. And then we'll take a deep breath, try to reassess where we want to go from there. Our students are important to us. We want to know our students by name and not by number, and so we want to keep, that personal touch.
The new parking lot is expected to be complete by mid-fall semester. Lauren Harkson, Troy, TrojanVision News.
As we saw, that new lot will mean hundreds of new parking spaces on campus in a heavily visited part of our campus. And while it will provide some additional parking for big events, it will help lead to more parking options for Troy's faculty, staff, and students on a daily basis. Sarah Drake hit the campus to get opinions from the Troy University community on the new lot coming to Troy.
Troy University has started construction on a new parking lot near Trojan Arena and Trojan Center, and I asked some fellow Trojans their opinions on the new parking lot, and they all had matching answers.
I think it's really cool. We always need more parking. People are probably still going to complain about it because, like I said, we just need more parking.
It's a great idea because there's already limited parking spaces as there is now, and it'll open up more for more people to come and also give us time to get to class easier and faster since it's closer.
I think it's definitely needed. I think it's going to help a lot with the busy times in the morning. Everybody's experienced not being able to get a parking space in the morning. It's kind of tough, so I think it's definitely a good call.
I think that's definitely a good idea. We obviously, parking has always kind of been an issue, and so I think it adds like 500 spots, so that's pretty cool, especially because they're going to build the new rec center where the Sartain parking lot is, so eventually we're going to need those extra 500 spots, and I'm looking forward to that being ready in October.
One Troy student talks about how the parking lot will help with Troy welcoming in this year's freshman class.
So since we have such a large incoming freshman class, it's the largest that we've ever had, so it'll be really nice to have these 500 new spots so that students can come. They won't have to spend as much time looking for a parking spot. There will be parking spots open if you need to leave and come back for a later class. So it'll be really great to just have this so close to the academic buildings, save with time and just the headache of having to find a parking spot.
And one Troy University staff member explains the excitement revolving around the new parking lot.
Well, it's exciting to see that they are getting started on the new parking lot. It looks like they've made lots of progress already. Why it's really exciting is that there has been such a want by the students to have the new recreational facility, and of course that parking lot is being built so that the recreational center can be built.
The new parking lot will feature over 500 new spots. Sarah Drake, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The Chancellor's home has a new addition, and it's one you might not notice right away, and one you might have always assumed was always there. It's a flagpole, but this new piece of scenery has a special meaning, more than just displaying the stars and stripes. It's a celebration of the military background of Chancellor Hawkins, and for one man, it's become his mission to honor those who have served. Anna Kate Patterson has the details.
Jamie Popwell, a Marine veteran, founded Flags for Vets, an organization that installs flagpoles in the yards of American military veterans, in January of 2017. He was on the Troy University campus Thursday morning, adding a brand new flagpole to the front yard of the Chancellor's home.
I always thought putting a flagpole up for veterans was just a simple gesture of saying thanks, and so I did that for a couple of people local. I sponsored them myself, and I put that out there on social media and asked for anybody else that wanted to honor, a family member, and I was inundated with requests to do just that. And so that's really how it started.
Although Hawkins is receiving this pole in recognition for his service as a Marine, he says it's not just about him.
For me, it really demonstrates a much bigger picture. It's not about me, it's about the recognition of all those who have served, because we have seen at different points in our history very little recognition afforded those who have served.
While there are many flagpoles across the Troy University campus, Hawkins says that this one will always hold special significance.
All the others we have established, and they fly the flags of many countries. Most importantly, though, the one that flies the tallest is our own flag. But this was just an overture to say thank you. And I think it has special meaning. It's not in the most prominent place on campus, but it'll be in a place where many come, and when they do, it'll give us an opportunity to say how it occurred, and I'm particularly grateful to Jamie for him extending himself in that way.
Popwell says he orders his materials from Valley Forge Flag Company, who produces all-American-made flags and flag poles. Because if he's going to honor U.S. veterans, he feels it's important to do it with flags made in the U.S. Anna Kate Patterson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, we'll meet Troy University's top employee of the quarter. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let's party for the night. If you're ready to have an awesome time, I'm ready, so let us party for the night. We've been hanging on for quite some time. It's gonna be a very long night, and I got everything, so now I feel right. If you're ready, then let us party for the night.
Hey, if you want to be a part of something vibrant, active, and exciting to do every day at Troy University, maybe you should be a part of Troy Trojan Vision News.
If you somehow haven't heard, Trojan Vision News is Troy University's student-produced, student-run daily television newscast.
Want to be on television? You can do that here.
Want to meet people and tell their stories? We've got that.
Want to be a part of a team that puts on a live, fast-paced television program 3 times a day? We have that too.
Already doing stuff with video and you want to learn more? We can help you out.
If you're a broadcast journalism student, you really need to be involved with Trojan Vision.
Like really need to be involved. Your future depends on it.
You don't even have to be a broadcast student. There's a pretty high cool factor in doing this stuff.
A lot of our predecessors even met their wives or husbands here, so the social possibilities are pretty extensive.
Not to mention Trojan Vision graduates work all over the country for places like CNN,
NBC News,
the Weather Channel,
and the NFL Network.
Anyway, speaking of famous graduates, we're graduating in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we've got jobs and internships to get to.
And somebody has to replace us at this news desk. Why not you?
Visit the studios on the first floor of Wallace Hall.
Track down this guy, Aaron Taylor, and he'll hook you up.
If you're interested in television news, and if you're a student enrolled on Troy University's Troy campus, you qualify to get involved at Troy Trojan Vision. See Aaron Taylor, Production Coordinator, 141 Lorraine B. Wallace Hall. From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network and Troy campuses around the world, this is Troy Trojan Vision Weekly.
Once a quarter, Troy University recognizes its employees for their achievements with the school, including one standout employee considered to be the best of the quarter. Vanikia Daniels has the story.
Wednesday served as a day for recognition for one of Troy University's top non-faculty staff members as she received the McKinley Award commemorating her hard work.
The McKinley is the university's opportunity to recognize and reward outstanding behavior. We have some phenomenal employees, and this is just a quarterly event that recognizes those employees that go above and beyond what's required of them.
The winner of this quarter's McKinley Award is Helen Shirey, Administrative Secretary for Athletics. Shirey says she's honored to receive this award.
It's really wonderful to be able to do that. I think he said there was 195 people that have gotten it since they started it, and so there's some phenomenal people that have gotten this award, so I just feel very honored and very blessed to have gotten this award.
English says that Shirey was deserving of the award, especially with the show of support.
She is certainly outstanding. I don't know if you could see the turnout that we had in support of her winning this award, but she's been with the university for a long time. She is known and loved throughout the university. It's very well deserved.
In addition to the McKinley Award, 18 individuals were recognized for collectively providing 327 years of service with Troy University. Vanikia Daniels, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
As the winner of the McKinley Award, Shirey received an engraved clock and a $1,000 stipend. While most people think that Troy University's impact orientation sessions are designed strictly for incoming students, they may not realize the sessions are designed to help their parents as well. Paige Weeks explains.
While Troy University's Impact Sessions help incoming students transition into their new lives at Troy, Impact greatly helps another group of people too, Trojan parents. While students participate in their sessions, their parents have sessions of their own, and one in particular helps parents discover all that Troy has to offer.
We're just here to help bridge the gap and to make the parents feel comfortable and let them know that our community is safe and that we have a lot to offer here in Troy.
And although Impact is geared towards getting parents and students more comfortable with Troy University, this Impact session allows parents to see what's around the city of Troy and what makes Troy so wonderful.
Troy is such a unique community. Like, we are quaint and we are very safe, and we just want the parents to feel that. We want the parents to feel the essential qualities of the city.
And with representatives from pizza places to banks, parents are able to learn more about the city of Troy, and in return, they are able to help their future Trojans.
When I came to Troy, when I came to the Bradley session, I came through the back way, so I didn't come through 231, so I didn't know anything. So I was just out in the woods. I thought it was just a campus, and that was it. And so when my parents came here, they said, well, there's a lot more going on around town than you thought, and it's a nice little place. It's bigger than my hometown.
After the session, parents move on to a student panel where they're able to ask current Troy students questions about college life. Paige Weeks, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Over the next 3 weeks, Troy University's Department of Theater and Dance will hold a series of camps as a way to introduce young people to dance and the dramatic arts. The camps kicked off this week with a focus on dance. Brianna Jones gives us a look.
All this week, Troy University's Department of Theater and Dance is giving young people an introduction to the world of dance through their annual Spotlight on Dance.
And it's a focus on dance and having fun and energy, and it's ages 8 to 12, and they come in here from about 8:30 to 5, and they do hip-hop, contemporary and modern, and musical theater, and then they have rehearsals during the day, and they have a little showcase at the end of the week, and it's just really all about getting them out of their skin and kind of introducing them to the world of dance.
Some Troy students are given an opportunity to teach for the first time.
I think of the Troy students first, and what a wonderful opportunity it is for them. Some of them are teaching for the first time and trying their hand at leadership and setting such a positive example for these youth from this community and the Alabama area.
Students come eager to learn in order to improve their dance skills.
You never know what you're going to get, and they always come in so ready to learn and so ready to soak up everything that we have to offer them, and they're so willing, and it's so fun to kind of see them at the beginning of the week and then how they progress towards the end of the week.
Brianna Jones, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
We're going to take another quick break, but when we come back, we'll learn about a new service in Pike County that could help get life-saving information to residents in times of crisis. Learn about the service right after this.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
When an emergency happens, people will traditionally call 911. However, there's a new system in place in Pike County called Smart 911 that will actually notify residents in some emergency situations. The Pike County EMA is holding a series of informational events to get the word out about the new service. Madison Neal has the story.
Residents of Pike County now have access to emergency alerts from a new service, Smart 911.
You know, it's more than just weather alerts, it's police alerts for Amber alerts and things of that nature. It's all kinds of emergency alerts to make the community more informed.
According to the director of the Pike County EMA, the new alert system is critical after an event last year left some citizens in danger.
A few months back, we were under a tornado warning and not a single county siren went off. The reason for that was because our repeater had a power failure, probably from a lightning strike, so therefore it didn't send the signals out to any of our sirens, so they did not go off.
One resident recalls that event very well.
Sirens are not, they're not helpful with only a 1 mile radius, and a lot of the times they're not even working.
Smart 911 is more than just alerts. It can help first responders and you in a crisis.
I had to call 911 for help with my husband who was having a heart attack. You can list all of your medications, everything, at a time that you're stressed and you can't remember, do I have this or do I have that? I mean, it's all in that app.
Signing up for the mass notification text from the Pike County EMA is easier than you might think. In fact, all it takes is a visit to www.smart911.com and a few clicks.
I would say my long-term goal is just to build a more resilient community. We want people to be able to take that self-responsibility, so when they get those alerts, they know what actions they need to take, and they're not reliant on us to tell them what to do. So by sending out these alerts and giving them more information, we're able to kind of strengthen that resiliency throughout the community.
And why is it so important to sign up for Smart 911?
In the event of a disaster, seconds count, and when we can get those alerts out really quick, then people know to take cover, like say from a tornado.
When it was announced earlier this year that new food options were going into the renovated Trojan Center food court, many were surprised to hear Boars Head included, since it's already a staple at Troy's dining facility. Would it be moving? And if so, what would take its place? Well, as Lauren Harkson shows us, it turns out 2 heads can be better than 1.
The Trojan Center food court is expanding, and one of the additions is already a campus favorite at Trojan Dining, Boars Head. But many students are asking, will the original be staying?
Boars Head is staying, actually. That we kind of trying to update our menu and there are new selection on the Boars Head. Therefore, when we look at around from Subway to the different the concept as a deli, that Boars Head is that we would like to keep the Boars Head because of the quality, because of that top-notch product. Actually, they're gluten-free and antibiotic-free, and they're fresh.
Because of the expansion of Boars Head on both sides of campus, now all students will be able to get a quick bite without the far walk.
It's a good idea, really. It's very convenient for students because oftentimes as a student you find yourself in the cafeteria and wanting something in the TC area or in the TC area and wanting something in the caf. So I personally think the more the merrier.
While some students agree with the addition, others wished their opinions were put into consideration.
I feel like we should have been asked what we wanted to be added because not everybody eats Boar's Head, but it's very good for the people who do eat it. So I feel like we should have just been asked.
The decision to add the second Boar's Head leaned greatly on the fact that they have healthy menu items for the students.
They're pretty healthy concept. So I like to bring the Subway, but Boar's Head is a better product and better option for our customers. So therefore, that I do like to provide that same service at the Trojan Center. I understand it's Boar's Head, but it's a good healthy option for our customer.
The extension will open the week of August 7th. Lauren Harkson, Troy, Trojan Vision News.
Well, it's time for our last break, but when we return, we'll learn about a program designed to help people with non-business backgrounds get a chance to prepare for a graduate business degree. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
Oh, emojis! I thought the conversation just got dumber.
Ugh, internet trolls, just ignore them.
I like you just the way you are.
I believe in you!
She's a hugger. Give her a squeeze.
Help up the hand!
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, mate.
You're killing it, Jane!
Now back to Troy Trojan Vision News Weekly.
Troy University's Sorrell College of Business is offering individuals without an educational background in business an opportunity to get a master's degree. We'll learn more about that in today's Trojan Talk. Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be learning about a way that people who may not have gotten a business degree can make their way into a business program, MBA program here at Troy University. My guest today, Dean of the Sorrell College of Business, Judson Edwards. Judson, thanks for joining us here today.
Thank you, Aaron. I'm glad to be here.
And what we're talking about here is a program, a certification program being offered by Troy that will help people who didn't get a business degree at the undergraduate level, help prepare them for going into the MBA program, which is, for those who are trying to get into business, is one of those sought after degrees. Tell us a little about this program.
Well, we've had a program, an MBA program here at Troy for many years, and one of the challenges that we faced is that for a student to come into the MBA program from a discipline outside of business at the undergraduate level was to have the proper business foundations in order to start the program. So, it's quite expensive for a student to come out of education, let's say, and decide they want to do an MBA program, come to the university either online or residential, and have to take 7 or 8 business courses and able just to start the MBA program. So we wanted to build something that would be, I think, very more affordable, user-friendly, and allow someone to walk away with a credential at the same time of earning the opportunity to go into the MBA program.
And now, these are 4 classes, is that correct, that they will take that will help prepare them for getting into the MBA program at a significant, you've mentioned there, cost-effective way, a significant, a little bit less expensive than taking a normal undergraduate course.
Right. A normal undergraduate course would cost you in the neighborhood $1,100–1,200 for a single course. And we created these standalone modules through continuing education. They're $195 each. There's 4 courses that leads to a certificate in business foundations, but they're self-paced. A student can take up to a year to complete the courses, and there are 4 courses: the fundamentals of accounting, fundamentals of economics, business math and statistics, and corporate finance. Those are the 4 courses that are required for the foundational requirement.
And you say it could take up to a year, but it is self-paced, so someone could possibly finish quicker than that. And if you, in your estimation, what would probably be the shorter end, realistically, that someone could finish this?
I think you could do the courses in 3 to 4 months. If I would recommend a student, take one course at a time, work their way through. I'm not sure I would do multiple courses, but I guess that just depends on the student to be able to do that. But I think it's really something that will give students, particularly those that may be adult learners that want to go back to school that have never taken an online course. It would just be a good way for them to get accustomed to it. They can do it at their own pace. And we've had a lot of real positive feedback about the classes, so I'm real happy with the results.
And you have had people go through this program in the past that have prepared themselves to go into this MBA program here.
Right. We do something called a major field test at the end of the undergraduate level for a student to, once they earn a business degree that has these fundamental pieces of a business education. And we've actually gone back and tested students that have gone through the foundation courses, and they're testing above the national average in preparation for these courses. So that was one of the reasons we decided to open this up, because we knew it was a quality product.
And of course, you talked about that you have a year to take the courses, but for someone who's finished the courses and, let's say, in the immediate future, they want to take it. They want to get an MBA, but immediately is not the case. But they want to go ahead and get these courses out of the way. What kind of clock is on this? When will it run out for them to be able to get into the MBA program if they're trying to plan for the future?
Passing the business foundations will last 7 years for the students. So if they decide a couple of years later they want to come and apply to the MBA program, we'll still accept those business foundation courses as prerequisites to enter the program.
And now we've been talking about MBA, but there is, I guess, a benefit to individuals who may not want to necessarily get into the MBA program to pick up this certification.
Right. This is just a good fundamental education in business for someone who would just like to take the courses to brush up on business. We do have programs that are built for students at the graduate level, like our Master's of Science in Management is truly a program built for those who do not have an undergraduate degree in business that want to, we talk about on the business side as kind of soft management skills, so you wouldn't have the quantitative work you would have in an MBA, like taking corporate finance or accounting. It's strictly 30 hours in management. For those, we see programs like for people in healthcare, like nurses that need the management side of running a nursing department, let's say. They come back at the graduate level to earn a degree like that. So we do have, if you look at the inventory of business degrees we offer some flexibility for those students that maybe wouldn't just want the MBA program, but looking for a degree in management or human resource management.
Something else that might help them out in the future. Now, if anyone is interested in taking a part of this, now they can find out information through the continuing education website at troy.edu. So.
Right. There's a link on the continuing education website that says MBA prerequisites that you can click there, and you can register online for those courses just using a credit card if you like. It's very simple, and once you sign up for the courses, they're immediately available for you online.
Well, here's hoping some folks out there take advantage of that, including those that may not have been business-minded in their undergraduate years that are looking to get in the field of business. So, Judson, thanks for joining us here today and letting us know about this program.
Aaron, thank you for having me.
All right, and thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk. And that's what happened on the second week of July 2017. To find out what's happening throughout the week, you can tune into Troy TrojanVision News at 5, 6:30, and 10:30 Monday through Friday, or anytime by following us on Twitter at Troy TV News. Also, feel free to like our Troy TrojanVision News fan page on Facebook. See links to online content from Troy TrojanVision News. We hope you join us again next week for another edition of Troy TrojanVision Weekly. Have a good week.